Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and my studio. Today I'm sharing a new stamp set that I designed, and it was inspired by a customer's comment to the owner of Simon Says Stamp, and she passed it along to me. And to see what that stamp set looks like, stick around. That stamp set and my cute card are coming up next. Here's a look at the stamp set. It is called Oh Shiitake, as in the mushroom. And again, this was an idea provided by a customer, and we thought it was so cute that we have a couple little designs of shiitake mushrooms and then little cheeky sentiments like, holy shiitake, so proud of you, you did it. Oh shiitake, I'm so sorry, hang in there, here for you. Nobody has time for that shiitake. Things will get better. Shiitake happens, because it does. Let that shiitake go and you will rise above. So it's a play on, maybe a less favorable word, but it's kind of cute and kind of fun, and you can stamp little cute faces on the stems of the mushrooms. So let's make a couple cards. I might make more than one. That's the plan. I'm going to start stamping out my mushrooms. I also have the coordinating dies for these that cut out most of the larger greetings and the mushrooms and the little grass bases. I will start out here by getting all the mushrooms placed. And these little pieces here are details that you can stamp on top of the smaller mushrooms. So I will pick these up, place that back in here. And I'm going to prime these stamps a little bit with my stamp conditioning eraser. You can do this with your finger too. It's just the first time out of the gate. And so often in my videos, I'm using stamps for the first time. Now, we're not going to worry about these yet because I'm going to stamp these in color, but I will use Memento Tuxedo Black for the mushrooms because I'll be coloring these with Copic markers. What did I do there? I don't know what I just did. I just got an incredibly large amount of ink where I did not want it. All right, so we'll start here. And the fun thing is, I'm not going to try to be super realistic with my colors. I think I'm gonna probably end up doing some pink mushrooms because it's kind of what I'm feeling. But I am gonna stamp these twice to get a nice inky impression. I don't know, maybe I will. No, I kind of feel like doing pink mushrooms. I know, it's, you can create your own reality in card making. All right, and let me get some greens for those. I'm gonna stamp my little grass in cabbage, and sometimes I just like grabbing my little cubes because they're so easy to isolate and ink up your stamps instead of worrying about getting it all over. I might actually go 3 times just to have it be a little darker, although that's a really cute color. And I'll go grab some markers so that I can color the mushrooms. And those are my finished mushrooms. Yes, they are pink. I think that's fine. I left these white, but if I feel the need, I can always go back in and actually, use a little white gel pen or something. I don't know, but I'm going to stamp their faces now that I see what they look like. So let me grab my Misty back. So the faces are really designed to fit right onto the bigger stems, just for kind of a cute little look. And actually what I may end up doing, because they're very tiny, they're sticking in my fingers, they're so tiny, I may stamp these on acetate just to see. You're right there. Let's see how that looks once I get them on. And you can always just take the acetate that your stamps come with. I'm just going to take my little memento. One there, one there. I just want to see their placement. That's going to be perfect. That's exactly where I want them. And then just wipe it off. I keep a piece of acetate just for this, but I don't know where it is right now because it's clear and it goes missing, even though I have washi tape on it. All right, so we're just gonna stamp you up, and I'm gonna do these very gently because I don't want them to squish, and yet I do want them to show up. But they're so tiny. Look how cute they are. Isn't that cute? All right, one more, just little tiny, and drop. One's kind of going, ee, and one's kind of going, ee. That's what they do. It's the sound they make. Okay, moving on. I also have the little dotty details placed for the smaller mushrooms. And, you know, you can do this any way you like. I thought it would be cute to maybe do it in a pink ink, but I'm not sure. Let me just make sure I have the placement right. Again, I'll put that acetate back down, stamp them. You can see I might be a little off, but that's why we use the acetate. All right, I'll try that one more time. And stamp. Yep, that's better. And you know what? I'm going to do my black. Just a little. You don't want to squish too hard, just a tap. And drop. And there are my mushrooms. Now to cut everything out and figure out my greeting. I went ahead and cut apart my dies using my favorite snips. These are by Hero Arts, and they let you get in really close and trim off all the pointy edges. This is just a piece of magnet that I have in my stash. And now all I have to do is line up all of the dies and then cut them all out. And I think even though I'm using my magnetic mat here, I will use a little tape because it inevitably something shifts. So I always use low tack tape. This is called Easy C tape. It comes in multiple colors and it rarely, if ever, tears your paper. And I really appreciate that because once you've, put some effort into something, you don't really want it to tear. So I'll go ahead and tape these up and we'll cut them out. Everything's taped into place, and I will run this through my Impress die cut machine. Turn it on. And now I have, let me pick all these up with, well, actually, I don't need to because they're taped, but I'll pop out. Cute. I still don't know what the actual card design is going to look like, but here's the thing. I'm a slow colorer, but look at how cute my mushrooms are. And then I have little grasses. They can be popping in and out of little grasses. They're so simple. Let me cut out the remaining two, and then I'm going to try to figure out some concepts for a card. So for the first card idea, I just set these extras aside. I think I'm going to have to do a couple more off camera so that I can do multiple cards if I decide to. But what I want to do is I want to just use the very simple Shiitake Happens because I love it so. And here's the thing. Oh, gosh. Do I want to, yeah, you know what? Maybe I do want to cut this out and emboss it. Not emboss it. Hold tight. I want to actually cut this out. So sometimes with a really clean and simple card, you kind of want to make the most of it, and I want to make the most of it. So I'm just going to stamp this in black. I'll just use the memento. Go like that. Bring it down. and do it one more time. I actually want to try this also with my Gina K cube and see if it's a little crisper. I think sometimes the Memento, while it's great for Copic, I don't always love it for, let's bring you, for just greetings and sentiments, whereas this black onyx cube is usually so crisp. There's a difference there. It'll be a little lighter at first, and we'll just build up the color. Actually, I think that's crisper. Yep. There we go. Yeah, that's a little crisper. This just gets a little messy, and I can see little bits of ink around. So let me cut this out. This is the Craft Tacky Mat. I'm going to blend just the lightest pink center for this panel. And I don't know if I'm going to make this look good or not. I don't have to use it if I don't like it. I don't want to go all the way out to the edges. I just want to have a little glow in the center. So that's as glowy as I want it to be. And now I'll just kind of come up and around. I think that color's a pretty good match. Like that, just a little. Just something to ground it. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should use a shape stencil. Hold tight. I'm just going to grab a stencil from my stash. This is, oh, let's see. I think we'll do this one. This is from Christina Werner. It's this double stencil set, but I only want to use a little of it. I change my mind sometimes. Do you ever do that when you're crafting and then all of a sudden? So I think if I do, let's see, would I want the larger at the top? Probably. And again, this is, I'm going to line it up just like that. And I'm only going to come in here with just a little. Doing the same thing, but just kind of creating a little center of dots. That's all. Just for something a little more interesting. And here I can just peel it up and say, how does that look? You know what? I think that's adorable. Okay, that's my panel. So I actually like the blendy side better than the dots because I think the dots take away. But you know what I'm going to do? And I'm going to put these out of the way so they don't, I'm going to put them behind. I'm going to put a little black spatter on, just a little, not exceedingly large amounts, but I will pick up my brush. I will add a little water here, a little water here. Actually, I want a smaller brush. I want littler guys here. All right, like that. And I'm just going to tap on a few. And that might even be too much. Could kind of spread out more than I thought they would. We'll see. If I got a little more blobby than I thought, but we'll see. Hold tight. Even though it got a little blobbier than I thought, I'm going to keep it. Let me make a quick little note card on some smoke cardstock. I'm going to do more of a book fold. Usually I do top folding cards, but I had this nice little sheet ready to go. So we'll fold that down. And give that a nice press with my Teflon bone folder. All right, so that can be the front. Yes, it opens that way. I'm just going to stamp on my little logo on the back. And let's assemble the card. All right. And we will, you know, I could have that be at the bottom and have it be more blobby down there. Why don't I do that? Because that kind of makes the weight seem different. And we're just popping this right onto the card base with that nice margin framing the panel. Yeah, that looks cute. This almost dries to be kind of a smoke color, and I think that's really sweet. I have foam on the back. Oh, you know what I was going to do? Oh, shoot. Oh, I guess I'll have to stamp that. Shiitake happens. Things will give. I'm going to stamp that on the inside. Okay. Kind of forgot about the greeting, but I'll figure out this placement. Well, first I'll take the backers off. I just used regular foam squares on the mushrooms and this greeting because I wanted them to have a nice bit of pop and lift. I will use my little tiny bit of liquid glue on each dot. That just gives me a second to make sure everything is straight. It is life-changing because foam squares stick like a mother, and unless you are really good at placing things, it's very helpful to be able to say, all right, am I straight? It's harder when things dip down like this because you've got your what's called ascenders and descenders, the parts of the letters that go below and above the center baseline. I think that's pretty good though. Yeah, let's see, does that look good? Yep, it's very cute. I know exactly who I'm going to give this to. That's all I'm going to say. It's nice to encourage people, and I know that the sentiments are a little cheeky, you know, and that it was on purpose. But again, great idea from a customer. So I hope you get this set. Okay, so we'll put our main mushroom here. And I love keeping, there's so much adhesive on my tweezers. Are you going to, oh, you know what though? I think he has to be over a tiny bit because this still needs room to tuck in right on top. Oh boy, hold on. We may have to adjust this because, boy, simple cards. You know, I could make videos that are 5 minutes long, and I'm sure that would be better for some people, but I just don't think it's realistic. All right, so we get a little grass under there. Oh, it's so cute. And, you know, you can have the grass be, you know, covering the bottom of the mushroom. I just thought it was kind of cute to do it like this. Now we'll press you down. Also, I don't have foam squares underneath because I'm sliding the grass in. And I put thin foam squares on the grass, so they have a slightly different dimension. But this little guy, he's kind of cute because he can sit right with his little edging on top of this mushroom too. They're basically the same level. Okay, so he can kind of tuck right there. So they're like bosom buddies. Remember the show Bosom Buddies? I loved that show. And now, oh, I date myself. Okay, sliding it in, and hopefully can get this right where it needs to be. Oh, this is going to be super awkward. I can't do it this way. I have to do it with my fingers. Got to do it with my fingers because that, I want it to be about the same as the other side, if possible. And I think it is possible. Right? Like that. Okay. Oh, that's what the liquid glue will give you. Just a second to make sure your layers are straight. Shiitake happens. I mean, that is just a sweet card. Inside, we'll go ahead and stamp. Things will get better. Because that's what's beautiful. You can hang things outside of the MISTI and still stamp on the inside, and things are going to be just fine. Meaning you're not going to ruin anything out here, and I can just do, things will get better. Let's get straight. Where's that pencil? Sometimes a pencil eraser is good, but also sometimes just being able to go. Do I have that on there right? I think I do. Things will get better. Okay. Pick it up. Bring you down. Tap. Oh, tap it better. And I'll do it one more. Well, we're not going to do it one more time because it came up. But things will get better. That looks great. And now I have my finished card. Let me show you how I'm finishing out the other one. I'm not going to show you the whole process because this is already taking too long. But one's done. Let's take a look at the other one that I finished out. For the second card, I opted to not put more greenery in and did the Holy Shiitake. And the way I did that is I used the Simon Says Stamp A2 masks. Just put that on a panel and I blended 3 colors. I did the pink lemonade, creamsicle, and buttercup. So I didn't show that just because This would have gotten a little out of hand. But I could add a little neutral shine to this. So let's grab, let's just do neutral shine. I'm going to do, this calls for confetti. And we will put a few on just to finish this out. So I hope this, well, and the other thing I wanted to point out with this card here. So this says, holy shiitake, and then inside, you did it. So that could be a kind of a cheeky congratulations card, right? It doesn't, you don't have to be all serious all the time. It doesn't have to be like, oh, shiitake, everything in the world is horrible. You know, you can kind of play with it. So I wanted to show that. And let's see here. Do I want to have one up there? Do I want to have a big one in the middle? Maybe like that? I don't know. Maybe only 3. Just, I don't know. Sometimes, you know, you can't make boop happen if it's not wanting to happen. We'll see. Let's see. I may not, but I may. We'll put one here with a little there. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the old 2, 2, and 2. The 2 2s. I'm going to do the old 2 2s. Because I kind of love that. I kind of love when you have 3 gatherings of 2, like that. I think that will be fine. And that just kind of adds a little shine to the card. So let's boop it up. And we'll use our liquid glue and pop these on. Boop. Boop. Little guy right there. Boop. Is that the right side? Yes. Do I have 2 there? I might. No? 1? 1? Yes. Flip it the right side. Okay. Sometimes you think you have 1 and you have 2. I've done that. Boop. Gotta push you a little closer. There we go. And finish off down here. Boop. So you've got 3 sequins that are all kind of crossing that masked boop, little edge. And that is card 2. I need to stop that. All right, so here's this card. Let's take a look at the other one. So we have our 2 cards. Both have a very similar feel to them. I love pink mushrooms. They can be any color you like. We have our little shiitake happens, and then on the inside, things will get better. And this one, holy shiitake, and then on the inside, you did it. So I hope this inspires you to check out this fun stamp set and see what you can create with it today. You can find links to all of the products I used in today's video in the YouTube description box. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you, so please hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.